Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we celebrate the new year with the East Brunswick Public Library Youth Services as they count down to 12 noon in celebration of the Noon Year. We drop in on a Township Council Reorganization meeting where the winners of the November election are sworn in. Al Nygren, the Executive Director and Curator of the New Jersey Film Festival, stops by to provide an overview of the upcoming festivals and the films that will be premiering. Plus, we have information on an upcoming event at the Unitarian Society of East Brunswick. All this and more, so stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
3, 2, 1.
My name is Aaron Pickett, and I'm the head of the Children's Department here at the East Brunswick Public Library, and we were just here celebrating our 5th annual Happy New Year party. So this started 5 years ago as a collaboration between the Public Library and the East Brunswick Moms Club, and it's grown every year. Today we probably had over 200 kids and parents here to bring in the New Year 12 hours early. So it's a great tradition. Today we had making noisemakers, making crowns. We used our green screen and our EB Create Makerspace to make green screen postcards of families in Times Square. We did some glitter tattoos, and then at noon we toasted to the New Year with sparkling apple cider. So it was a great program. I want to sort of thank the community for being such great supporters of the Public Library in 2018, and I can't wait to see what 2019 has in offer.
The East Brunswick Township Council held the reorganization meeting on Tuesday, January 1st, as the winners of the November election were sworn in. Councilman James Wendell won re-election and was sworn in by Assembly Speaker Craig Coughlin, while newcomers Sharon Sullivan and Kevin McAvoy joined the council and were sworn in by Assemblywoman Nancy Pinkin and Justice Peter Barnes III, respectively. Councilman Wendell was elected Vice President of the Council, while Councilman Sterling Stanley was chosen to be the council president.
It's quite humbling to stand here in such a full room. Normally this room doesn't get filled unless there's some other controversial thing going on. So it's nice to have it filled for such a nice occasion. As I enter my 3rd term on council, I can truly say this is going to be the most interesting and exciting time. This team that we have now, from my experience, is one of the most collaborative teams and groups of people here who will be dedicating their time for one reason and one reason only: to make a better East Brunswick. Throughout my time serving the residents, I've learned many things, but the most important thing I've learned is how to come together and work for the betterment of East Brunswick. Being a lifelong resident of East Brunswick, that's my only goal, is a better East Brunswick. Years ago, a friend of mine, Gene DeMarzo, came to me while standing on a lacrosse field and said, "You should run for town council." I don't know if I should thank him or, but I will tell you what, it has been a great time, a great commitment, but something that my wife and my family seem to endure, and I want to thank them more than anything else. I would also like to thank a good friend of mine, person who wasn't a friend of mine really until I became a councilman, and that's Michael Hughes. Michael Hughes was a tremendous councilman. He was a great sounding board for me. He was a great advisor. So those people, Mike, I'd also like to thank the mayor. 2 years ago, as you all know, I had a different letter before my name. I was an R rather than a D, and we ran against one another 2 years ago. And I've told him to his face many times, but the best mayor won that campaign and won that election, and he's become a great friend. He's embraced me and my ideas. We had the same ideas pretty much through the entire campaign and through that entire thing. So, Mayor, thank you for everything. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for confiding in me and making me part of your team. I wouldn't be standing here without the support of that gentleman over there. Also like to thank Chairman Lonsky, wherever Dave is, and his wife Janine. Dave and Janine have been great friends, and Dave and I have been talking about my change in parties for probably the better part of, heck, probably the first day I got on. I don't know. And he's been a great friend, great supporter, and to my running mates, this was a fantastic, while it was a bit tumultuous, this campaign, it was fantastic, though. It was great to work alongside the two of these people. Kevin and Sharon are great people, and also our other council people up here, Sterling, and my coach from when I was in high school. I will always call him Coach, Coach Spad. I just like to thank everybody. This is truly a humbling experience. I'm excited for the next 4 years. I'm happy to not have to run for another 4 years. So thank you all. Happy New Year. Take care.
Today, I feel like the luckiest woman in East Brunswick. I stand before my family, friends, elected officials, township employees, and residents with a feeling of humility, pride, and most importantly, a special feeling of excitement. I would like to thank my husband, Steve, my family and friends for their support during my campaign. Also, sincere gratitude to my campaign treasurer, Judy Katzman, for all the work she has done. Assemblywoman Nancy Pinkin for taking time out of her busy day to swear me in and be my mentor. Mayor Brad Cohen, Councilman Mike Spadafino and Sterling for their support during the whole campaign. Dave Lonsky, the entire campaign team, and each and every one of you that voted for me. I am honored that you put your confidence in my running mates, Jim Wendell, Kevin McAvoy, and myself. I look forward to serving all the residents of East Brunswick. As I stand here before all of you today, my promise is a simple one. I will give East Brunswick only positive energy. We'll work tirelessly with all the council people, other elected officials, and township employees in an open, honest, positive, engaging manner. My decision-making will be based on what the residents want and need, and what is the best for them. After all, I too am a resident. In the end, it doesn't matter what party you are from or who you voted for. We all want the same: a stronger, a more dynamic, fiscally responsible, united East Brunswick. Have a happy New Year.
In preparing these remarks, I was drawn to a conversation I had with my father many years ago regarding a quote that I found in his high school yearbook that was under his name. The quote was from Isaac Walton, a not-so-famous British author. But upon further examination, the quote can really be attributed to St. Jerome, written early in the 5th century. Jerome is most noted for his translations and interpretations of the Bible. Maybe you are familiar with the Vulgate translation. It was Jerome that said, "He that hath no bridle on his tongue hath no grace in his heart. He that hath no sunshine radiating from his countenance likewise shows a sad want of virtue. Jerome continued, a companion who is cheerful, always seeing the bright side of things, and free from unkind discourse is worth gold. Such a soul perpetually overflows with benevolence and sympathy, and their good, worthy deeds are uniformly joyous and graceful. I hope and pray, Dad, and to you, the residents of our beloved East Brunswick, that I can live up to and fulfill my obligations in the words that you taught me. And if I can oblige you one more time, it was my favorite president, Harry Truman, who said, not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. And so on Christmas Day, my son and daughter gave me John Meacham's new The Soul of America. Sort of see it as the soul of East Brunswick as I dived into it. Upon cracking it open, I found this introduction. History, as nearly no one seems to know, is not merely something to be read. And it does not refer merely, or even principally, to the past. On the contrary, the great force of history comes from the fact that we carry it with us, are unconsciously controlled by it in many ways, and history is literally present in all that we do. History is literally present in all that we do. May the history that we conduct here afford us the ability to say we worked our hardest for all of the residents of East Brunswick. Have a healthy new year.
With this election, this past election was a referendum of the prior 2 years of hard work and promises that we kept to move East Brunswick into a direction to once again become the crown jewel of Middlesex County. I want to thank the residents of East Brunswick who entrusted us to lead them into the future. With this election also comes absolute majority on council as well as the administration. President Abraham Lincoln said, if you want to test a man's character, give him power. Well, my fellow residents, I can assure you that the character integrity of all those serving on this council will take great pride in steering the future and fate of East Brunswick in the years to come. With that, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining us today and to share this moment that we have together.
Hi everyone, it's Al Nygren, Executive Director and Curator of the New Jersey Film Festival, here to tell you about our upcoming Spring 2019 Film Festival. We had 22 films that were selected out of 564 that were submitted from around the world, and so we're going to be having a competition where those 22 films are up for Best Feature, Best Documentary, Best Short Film, Best Animation, and they're given prizes and accolades at the very end of the process. The competition part of the festival will be running from Friday, January 25th through February 10th. We'll be screening films on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings, starting at 7 p.m. in our state-of-the-art facility, Voorhees Hall, which is room 105. It's a very beautiful auditorium. It seats about 250 people. It has high-definition projection system, soundproofing. We have listening assistive devices for people who are hard of hearing. And it's a really nice space with cushy chairs, graded space so nobody's blocking you when you're watching. So it's really nice movie space. So that will be taking place again from Friday, January 25th to Sunday, February 10th. We have 8 programs that will be part of the competition, We don't have programming the night of Super Bowl. We stay away from that because nobody would come. Sad to say. Anyway, so those 22 films I'm going to go over soon, but I also wanted to tell you that there'll be 2 Friday screenings that are being hosted by the Confucius Institute at Rutgers University. There's 2 free screenings by the very acclaimed American Chinese director Wayne Wang, and those movies will be on the 15th of February and the 1st of March. You can check out more information about them at our website, which is www.njfilmfest.com. We also have a smaller film festival that's part of the New Jersey Film Festival this spring. It's the United States Super 8 Film and Digital Video Festival, and that'll be taking place on February 22nd and 23rd, Friday and Saturday evenings. And there'll be a really wonderful lineup of films that are primarily shot on the old amateur gauge Super 8 film and digital films as well. We don't know the lineup yet. We will be announcing them sometime in January. You can check out our website by the 1st of February to see what films will be screening for that little festival within the larger one. Here's what we're going to be showing as part of the competition. On Friday, January 25th, we have a wonderful animation by Simon Liu. He's from Los Angeles, California. It's called Geometry, and it pays homage to the experimental filmmakers Oscar Fischinger and John Whitney. It's a very beautiful film, very short, only 2 minutes. And then the feature film is one of my favorites of what we're going to be screening this coming semester. Diary of Rooftop Water Towers is a film by Nobuyuki Asai. He's from New York, a Japanese filmmaker. And this is an amazing film that documents all the water towers in New York City. A series of haiku films that are really a kind of city film that give you a kind of look at the personality of the upper echelons of New York City. One of the most amazing films that I've ever seen, really. It has to be checked out. It was shot in 35mm film in black and white, and it has a lot of personality. I hope you'll come and check it out. The director will be there along with the producer, Keiko Shinogaga, and they will be there to do a Q&A with the audience. That's on Friday, January 25th. Then on Saturday, January 26th is a kind of horror night, and we'll be interviewing one of the filmmakers in the next filmmaker interview that we'll be doing here on EBTV. So you can check it out there. That's on Saturday, January 26th, horror night. Then Sunday, January 27th is musical night, and we'll have Zach Morrison, who's from East Brunswick, here to talk about his fine musical, Everything's Fine, A Panic Attack in D Major. The documentary that evening is about gospel music, and that's by Robert Klenn, called How They Got Over. So that winds up the program for Sunday, January 27th, and that's our opening weekend. The following Friday, we have a series of animation films and films that deal with art. Kenzie Sutton is from Millburn, New Jersey, and her stop-motion animation film called Harles is also one of my favorites from this year's lineup. Then we have Anthony Marinville's Mimi Van Olsen, Pet Portraitist. It's about this really great artist who draws people's pets. And if you love animals, I highly recommend this film. It's really a very endearing film. And Anthony's going to be coming from Los Angeles to be part of our festival to do a Q&A. So come and check it out. Another local film from Millburn, New Jersey by David Coe and Emma Kwong called Leaving an Impression, a Portrait of Edward Duffner, is about the restoration of these 2 really great Impressionist paintings that are up at the Millburn City Hall, I believe. And David will be there to do a Q&A along with Lorraine Brennan-Barrock, who's the producer of the film. That's the lineup for the Friday program on February 1st. On Saturday, February 2nd, we have 2 really great films, Queenie and The All or Nothing Thinking by Benny Quintero, which is an experimental film. And then David Bellarosa, who's from Austin, Texas, he's going to be coming up to talk about his romantic comedy called Here We Are, and a really great film. Indie films need to be seen, and this is one that was made with a lot of love. Then on Friday, February 8th, we got 2 documentaries by Princeton filmmakers. The Shepherd Sings a Song by Andrew Nee. He's going to be here as part of our filmmaker interview series. And Janet Gardner's highly acclaimed Quakers, The Quiet Revolutionaries, is about Quakers, and I learned a lot. I didn't know that Richard Nixon was a Quaker, and I learned a lot from this documentary, and hope you'll come and check it out because both filmmakers will be there to do a Q&A. Then on Saturday, February 9th, we have a really great lineup of films about women. Game Changer is by Sam Shapiro. It's a musically driven silent film about a young woman who discovers she's pregnant. It's a very, very wonderful film. Joe by Justine Williams. She's from New York, follows a 13-year-old girl who clashes with her mom. It's also a really great film that's set up, has a Jewish theme because she's getting her bat mitzvah and she's kind of revolting against her mom. Really, really interesting film, very funny and very serious at the same time. And Emily Casey's film is probably the most challenging film that we are offering. It's called A Girl Named C. It's a documentary that addresses one of the most taboo subjects in the United States, it's child sexual assault, and it focuses on a young New Jersey girl who was abused as a young girl. A really important film that should be seen by everyone. And Emily will be there to do a Q&A. Our last program on Sunday, February 10th, is a series of documentaries that deal with food. We have a couple of experimental films in there too. Introducing Scully is an animation by Kirk Wallace. Yellow Arrows by Yana Sar, a Russian filmmaker based in New York. A really interesting film, very beautiful to look at. The Last Harvest is about the state of immigration and harvesting our food. A very important film also by Alexis Sprake. She's from Watsonville, California. And then Kathleen Doherty Huxley, Vermont Fancies, about a Vermont farmer who harvests maple syrup, and is also a really important film to see. Kathleen will be there to do a Q&A, and this program is being sponsored by the Rutgers University School of Environmental and Biological Sciences Honors Program. We're grateful to for their support, as well as many other university departments who provide programming support for our film festival. The Cinema Studies program is the largest and the most important since we're housed with them. So that's our lineup for the Spring 2019 Film Festival. Hope you will join us. You can get more information at our website, which is www.njfilmfest.com. Thanks so much.
Most people want to intervene when something mean is happening, but we don't always know what to do. It could be a racist or anti-Semitic joke, someone being harassed for speaking something other than English, a woman being catcalled. If you want to learn how to interrupt that kind of behavior and be an ally for somebody who's being bullied, I hope you will come on Monday, January 21st, that's the Dr. Martin Luther King holiday, to a day of learning how to be an upstander rather than a bystander. You can come just for the morning or just for the afternoon, or you can come for the whole day. It's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're providing a delicious lunch. It's open to the public, and it's being held at the Unitarian Society at 176 Tisus Lane in East Brunswick. Presentations are being made by Meta Theater Company at 10 a.m. and at 1 p.m. martial arts teacher Elena Waldman will be there. We're offering a free lunch of chili and cornbread, both vegetarian and vegan options, and it's a way to grow community and connection. This event is appropriate for adults, for middle schoolers and high schoolers. And while it's free, we are accepting donations to help us cover the costs. Space is limited, so please reserve your free ticket at our Eventbrite page. You can look for us MLK at TUS. Bring a friend, and I hope to see you there.
Are you a fan of theater? A patron of the arts? Do you find it too difficult to get to a Broadway show? If so, Playhouse 22 is perfect for you. Held in East Brunswick's Community Arts Center at 721 Cranberry Road, Playhouse 22 is the go-to spot for a night at the theater. With new productions almost every month, you'll never have to wait too long to see a show. The award-winning team at Playhouse 22 puts on a wide array of plays, ranging from classics like Death of a Salesman to musicals like Grease and family favorites like A Christmas Carol. The Playhouse also offers affordable season ticket packages for theater goers of all ages. Conveniently located right here in East Brunswick, Playhouse 22 is perfect for the casual viewer, the lifelong theater fan, and everyone in between. Visit the theater website at www.playhouse22.org for information on upcoming performances.
The next time you come to the Municipal Center, remember, there's more to do than just pay a bill or drop off a library book. Take a stroll around the municipal pond. Many people come to get in their steps on the walking path or just watch the fountain and geese swimming around. You might even stop at the Little Free Library and borrow a book as you take in the scenery. Do you have an old tattered flag that you want to retire? Bring it with you to the flag drop-off near the municipal building. Between the library, senior center, and municipal building is the municipal courtyard. It's a great place to relax and catch a concert during the summer months. The grounds also have a reading garden, memorial garden, East Brunswick's 9/11 Memorial, and Veterans Park, where each year Memorial Day and Veterans Day ceremonies are held. So remember, the next time you visit the Municipal Center, there's much more to see and do.